Finally, it is my honor to introduce someone who is the spirit of our class in the most genuine way. He is a connector, he's a motivator, and he's someone who consistently shows up for others. Pirates, please welcome Aaron Dungy.
It is a distinguished honor for me, Aaron Dungy, to be here in front of you all today. It was in no way guaranteed. You know, most folks are chosen for graduation speeches. Me, I just kept asking. But I kept asking because there's a message that needs to be heard. Over time, achievements fade. Who you are does not. Earlier this year, I learned that time has a way of gently loosening our grip on things we swore we'd never let go of. Turns out, commitment issues aren't just for relationships. So let me start off at the beginning. We were moving, leash was up, and the first step, of course, sorting what you're gonna keep and what you're throwing away. I opened the first drawer and immediately there it was. My sophomore year, the clay whistle I made sophomore year. It doesn't whistle. It never did. It's more of a decoration piece pretending to be an instrument. It doesn't do anything, and it isn't pretty. When I first displayed it, I felt proud of how long I worked and the focus it took to get it done. But 2 years later, I didn't feel the same. It was a checkpoint on my journey, and now today I've done much harder and frankly more significant projects. Yet I still kept it because of how I once felt about it, and that's okay. Next up on the chopping block, my first ever woodworking project. That thing took so long to finish you'd think I was reframing a house. But no, it was a wooden deer made during the winter season. I could have swore that the sanding would never end. Every time I thought I had done enough, I found out about one more grit that would make it even smoother. I didn't know it then, but I was learning how to keep going. So keep. Lastly, I found my art project from middle school. See, for this one, more time had passed. This was a piece that used to be my prized possession. A+ marked across the top. 4 years ago, it'd be on my wall. Yet on this day, it didn't mean anything to me. Enough time had passed that the grade was no longer important. The part that still stays with me is the guy who was excited to do something well. The one who didn't shy away from his creativity. I didn't have to keep my project because I kept him. So I threw it away. You see, the significance for all these objects that had once meant so much to me had faded. Turns out, you're not as proud of a whistle and a lopsided wooden reindeer when you framed an entire wall. I wasn't clinging to what I had done because I knew the possibilities of what I could still do. Over time, you don't feel the same thrill from your scooter because you've learned how to drive a car. The toy kitchen loses its magic when you're cooking real meals. What I'm saying is, what's worth holding on to isn't the toys or the creations. It's the version of you who scraped a knee, got back on, and kept going. And just when I thought I was flying through my sorting, it was the awards that stopped me. No. This was different. I convinced myself that these meant more. Certificates, ribbons, medals, trophies, academic letters, some first place, some third, others, congratulations for trying. I picked one up and thought, okay, this will be easy. Keep. But I froze because it wasn't different. I thought that these were my moments, memories, lessons. Except for most improved. No, that one caught me off guard. It's like a nice way of saying, Aaron, we used to worry about you, man. But the truth is, they weren't any of those things. They were just objects. So yeah, I packed the medals in the storage. But the person forged on the way to earning them, that I'll take with me. So when you're thinking about what to take with you, remember that 10 years from now, no one's gonna ask what awards you won in high school. They're gonna notice how you give to others. They're gonna notice how you never quit. Your integrity, how you follow through on what you say. That's the stuff that lasts. The stuff that isn't framed or polished, but lived. And if we're honest, there were a lot of people who helped shape that version of you. Staff who gave more than their paycheck covered. Cafeteria workers who made sure you weren't running on empty. Coaches who knew you had more in you. Friends who didn't make it here today. Parents who gave everything just so you could have this chance. But they didn't do it for the grades or the trophies. They did it so you'd become someone who makes this world better. So when all this fades, and it will, be proud not just of what you did, but of who you are. Because one day you'll be packing again. Your first dorm, first apartment, maybe your first home. And you'll find a graduation photo, the fan with your face on it, maybe even this very cap and tassel tucked away in a drawer. And in that moment, it won't be about the award or the paper. It'll be about the person you became. Because hear me when I say it. Over time, achievements fade. Who you are does not. Trophies chip. Medals get lost. Certificates are forgotten. So then the only thing that matters is what makes it to the end. Make sure the resilience that got you here makes it. Make sure your happiness makes it. Make sure your integrity makes it. Make sure your creativity makes it. Make sure your authenticity makes it, otherwise nothing else will. Class of 2025, if you just remember one thing. You don't build character because it's nice. You build it like your life depends on it because it does. Thank you, and God bless you on your journeys.